Alright, people, I just want to make a video here talking. Gotta move the stool out of my way because of my ranting, you know, I could be moving my hands getting all mad here. But anyway, I'm here to talk about Stephanie McMahon and Shane McMahon. So, they brought Shane McMahon back, in February? And I enjoyed the whole Undertaker-Shane McMahon thing. They had a great match at Mania. But ever since then, I mean, they've really wasted him. I mean, every week since Mania, it's been, well, actually, I shouldn't say every week. When they first started it out, with Shane and Stephanie, and basically they went with, apparently there was supposed to be, because when they first put Shane and Stephanie together, Stephanie kind of started acting more like a babyface. I don't know what the fuck she is now. Sometimes she's a fucking babyface, sometimes she acts like a heel. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing with that. And beforehand it was just Shane McMahon trying to get, control of Raw by himself, and then eventually Vince decided who was in control, and it was half and half. And even before that, when Shane was like in control for a couple weeks after Mania, or however long it was just, oh, Shane comes out, money, 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 and then Shane's like, oh, there's going to be a match. Oh yeah, it's so entertaining, that's such a fucking waste. And now, then they made, them co-GMs, and I'm like, well, okay, let's see where this goes. There might be some tension between the two, so let's see where it goes. But there is no tension between the two. I mean, every fucking week it's, well, I guess to start off, they were both there. And then you had fucking Shane was like, well, I've got an idea, Stephanie. Let's do, Brock Lesnar versus whatever the fuck. And then Stephanie McMahon's like, well, Shane, that's a great idea. Yeah. And it's like, wow, that's really entertaining. Or then we have next week. Okay, they're not going to do the same thing. Stephanie McMahon. Well, let's do Heath Slater versus Drew McIntyre. Oh, that's a great idea, Stephanie. Let's go with that. It's like, fuck. It's the same fucking damn bullshit every week. And now, you got fucking, Stephanie comes out with her, fucking retarded, she's burying, she fucking buries everybody every fucking week, it seems like. She's slapping people. I remember one week she was telling Charlotte to act like a fucking champion, stop disrespecting the Divas champion, and then Charlotte doesn't even respond to her. I mean, like back in the day, if you told that to Stone Cold Steve Austin, he would be fucking, he'd kick Vince McMahon's ass. But now everybody just bows down to Queen Stephanie McMahon. You can't even fucking touch her. You can't even talk back to her. It's fucking pathetic. But, so Stephanie comes out and says, well, Shane's on vacation now. He just decides, he wanted to be Raw General Manager. Now he's fucking, MIA every fucking, like every other week it seems like. Oh, and then Shane comes out and then, oh, Stephanie's not here this week. Isn't that the fucking point of making them co-GMs? Is they're both supposed to be there to create, to have a fucking storyline of, them going against each other? But instead, only one of them's there every week now. It's fucking pointless. It's dumb. In some weeks, I think one week recently, both of them were not there at all. They were not there at all. And now you got the whole, oh, who's going to run SmackDown? SmackDown? I mean, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, who the fuck would want to run that shit show of SmackDown? Yeah, I remember, I think he had Shane one week. They were debating, Shane and Stephanie, and Shane's like, well, I'll run Raw, and then you run SmackDown, Stephanie. Or, I'll run Raw, and then Stephanie, you'll run SmackDown. And Stephanie's like, no, I don't want to do that. And then Shane's like, well, I'll run SmackDown, and you'll run Raw. Take it, Stephanie. I mean, who the fuck wants to run a shit show like SmackDown? So, we got that. Oh, who's going to be the GM of SmackDown? To be quite honest, I'm not that hyped up about who's going to be the GM of SmackDown, because that show is a goddamn awful fucking show. I mean, I have not watched that show in a while, so I could really care less. And unless they start showing me that they're actually going to give a shit about SmackDown again, which they haven't, it's slowly deteriorating into the fucking shit, then I'm not going to be too excited about the SmackDown general manager. And actually, they've ran out of time, actually, because today's like July 11th, the draft is July 18th, so fuck that, they don't have any fucking time to fucking, make me excited. Announcing Brock Lesnar's fucking opponent on SmackDown is not enough for me to get excited about the Raw general or the new SmackDown general manager and who they're teasing to be this new general manager. I mean, they're bringing back people like John Laurinaitis, Vicky Guerrero, Teddy Long. They'll probably do some swerve or whatever the fuck. So let's see what happens. But I'm not too excited about it, people. I'm not. If they put one of the old guys in like Laurinaitis or Teddy Long or Vicky Guerrero, I mean, I don't think they should do that because it's been done before. They should do something new. But, back to the point, the whole thing with the whole Shane and staff, I mean, Shane McMahon, a legend, has been fucking in the business for quite a while now. He's put on a lot of he's beloved by a lot of people. He's put on a lot of classic matches, and they fucking just waste him now. I mean, like I always use not always, but I talk about Booker T a lot. Booker T, the 5-time champion. He's delegated now at the fucking kickoff fucking bullshit in like backstage, WWE app bullshit, which nobody fucking watches. You get like 200 people watching it. Not 200 people, but not a lot of people fucking watching. You got Booker T, like with, let's go to Booker T and Corey Graves and Jerry Lawler at the Mountain Dew kickoff desk. It's like, what the fuck? You got fucking Booker T with these two fucking jobbers? I mean, I'm not a big fan of Jerry. Jerry Lawler fucking is not a good announcer. He's very anti-charismatic, uncharismatic, non-charismatic, whatever the fuck the word is. But Booker T deserves better, people. I thought he was a decent announcer. Much better than Jerry Lawler. But, that's the thing. They have Byron Saxton there. Take that fucking idiot Byron Saxton out and put in fucking Booker T. Why not do that? Or how about you have JBL act like a real heel, but now I'm going off again on a fucking side issue. But it's hard when there's so much shit. It's hard to fucking just rant on one thing. You just keep going off into side issues, but yeah, they've wasted Shane McMahon. They could be using him for bigger and better things, but instead he's in a fucking feud, if you even want to call it that, with his sister that nobody fucking cares about. They're getting along more than they're not, which I thought the point was supposed to be they're supposed to be arguing, but now Stephanie's kind of a tweener. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. Is she a heel? Like she was fucking telling Charlotte, who's a heel, to fucking act better, but I get the impression she's a heel. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with that. I mean, she hasn't really turned face. I don't fucking know what's going on, but I'm confused with that story. And again, now they're not showing up, which is going to fuck up the storyline even more. They might as well just fucking end this shit already. If you're not going to fucking have Shane McMahon, if you're not going to use him right, just get the fuck rid of him. I don't want to see him walking out there every weekend saying, well, we're going to have a fatal four-way match between Randy Orton, John Cena, Seth Rollins, and Dean Ambrose. I don't want to see that shit. Anybody could do that. You could you could trot the fucking Brock Lesnar guy fan out there and have him do that shit every week. You don't need fucking Shane McMahon doing that. You don't need a fucking legend. You don't need a classic wrestler doing that every week. It's dumb. So WWE, this is just one example of how WWE just fucks up their product and makes it shitty for the rest of the people who are watching, for the millions of people who are watching it. So they got to get their shit in order, and they got to fix up some shit that's going wrong with their company. And this is just one small example. One small example of the big shit that's going on in, it's like America, you got, I'm sure at the state level there's many corrupt politicians, and at the local level there's many corrupt politicians, but at the national level with Congress and Barack Obama, you got a lot of fucking corrupt politicians. So it's like that. Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon are like the fucking corrupt local politicians, state politicians, but you got the whole thing, the whole America there, the whole WWE of shit. So there you go, people. That was kind of a weird example, but weird analogy, but you get my point. This company sucks, and it needs to get fucking better. But I know it won't. That's just fucking dumb to think it'll get better. I don't think it'll get better, but if you really think it's going to get better, much better, then you're fucking dumb, because I don't think it is. So there you go, people. There's my thoughts there on the wasted, shitty feud again, it's not even a feud. It's more of a storyline between Shane McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and this whole GM bullshit. I don't even know what the fuck to call it. So there you go, people.